And yes, I am live. First things first, soz about me, because I'm here. What you're looking at there is Playa Blanca, which is a beautiful, gorgeous, quite touristy beach on the about an hour away from Cartagena, which is right up in the north of Colombia. I'm not going to talk about that now because I want to cover off what I was doing for the last week. But I flew up here a couple of days ago and I'm finally back at the sea. And even though it's so touristy, and this particular place, I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. But yeah, enough of that. I've got to cover what I was doing last week. So, end of the last vlog, which you may remember, saw me sitting up on a hill in the town of Jardín, or Jardín, depending if you're French or Spanish, or garden if you're English, south of Medellín. I spent 3 days there. It was gorgeous. It was really beautiful, even smaller than Salento, right in the heart of the kind of the hills and the valleys in the coffee region. Jardín itself is a really beautiful town. It's got a big, cool open air plaza with a gorgeous church, like massive, gorgeous church right in the centre. So yeah, that was a really cool place to hang out. One day I did took a really dubious tiny little cable car up the hill, which I filmed the last vlog. So that was cool. I met a lad from Uruguay there called Ramiro, and we did a bit of a hike down, which was quite nice, through the valleys and then back past a pretty cool waterfall. That was good. That was kind of a good way to start. Next day at Jardín, I actually bumped into a girl called Caroline, who was one of the people I'd met about probably like 6-7 weeks ago in the Secret Garden Hostel in Ecuador. I had no idea that we were in didn't even know she was in Colombia, so that was awesome. Hang out with her for like an evening. On the last day we decided to go and go paragliding, which is something I've done before, but it was really cheap from the hostel, and a couple of the lads who were there had recommended it to us. So yeah, I went paragliding through the beautiful coffee valleys of southern Colombia. It was really cool. It wasn't windy at all, unfortunately, so I was only in the air for like just under 10 minutes, but it was just you're flying, you're just literally gliding through the air. I took this when I was up there anyway. From the well, basically flying over a load of coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee and bananas.
Coffee, banana,
Plantains. Oh, this is so cool. Is that Andes?
Andes.
Andes. Yeah. So that was really cool and really beautiful. Oh yeah, I did one other thing on another hike while I was in Jardín with an Italian lad called Andres. That was good fun. We walked hike to another hostel. What was cool about that is that I think I've got a video which I'll drop in a second. You'll see 2 dogs. They followed us from literally our hostel in the middle of the town. Just followed, led the way all the way out, like 2-hour hike there and back. Just came for the walk, and they're just stray dogs, but they just came to play with us, which was like actually really cool. And they kind of led the way, which I thought was a bit weird. Anyway. Great. 3 days in Jardín, absolutely class, beautiful place, really relaxing, and that was cool. I'd booked my flight to Cartagena, where I am now, which would have been otherwise like I think a 16-hour bus journey from Medellín. So I had 3 nights to kill to go back to Medellín. I went back. I met some people in the hostel. I moved to a different hostel, which was way better than the previous one that I was in, and instantly met a couple of Kiwis, guy and a girl. Went out on a fairly crazy night with them, which isn't something I've been doing that much of lately. Just getting absolutely drunk with a load of English people in Medellín, and ended up in a bar with a massive ball pit, which was very, very funny at 2 in the morning. Kid again. There were so many people just messing around in that place. That was cool. The day after that, feeling a little bit worse for wear, I decided to go on a tour, which is the Pablo Escobar tour out of Medellín. Now, I was in mixed 2 minds about whether I wanted to do this. Like, I've watched most of Narcos, and people are really into it, but like it felt to me like it might be really glorifying a little bit, which it kind of was. But the tour that I went on, the driver of the bus was literally Escobar's old personal chauffeur, personal driver, the guy who'd driven him around Medellín for years. And then there was also a tour guide lady who spoke perfect English and gave us loads of information. It was pretty interesting. I think on reflection, like, I'm glad that I did it. Apparently this like Escobar tourism wasn't a thing at all until 2 years ago when Narcos came out. But we went up to his La Cathedral, which is the prison that, if you haven't seen Narcos or don't know about Escobar, the prison that he built himself before agreeing with the Colombian government to go into prison. It's like this crazy big mansion up on the hill overlooking overlooking Medellín. What it is now is like a shelter for homeless people, which is kind of pretty cool. But what it was then was this prison with like swimming pools and a zoo and these amazing views. I took a couple of little videos of them.
Oh, you know what? It is over there. Is that you have to go now, or you can wait like 5 minutes? His wife, his children came here. They used to be over there. This is the place where all his bodyguards is to sleep, and now this.
So that was really cool. I mean, they weren't glorifying it that much in the end, but at the very end they were starting to, they're selling like T-shirts with Escobar in it. It's like, this is a guy who like just killed thousands of innocent people through like narco-terrorism and bombing. So I'm glad that did it. It was cool and interesting part of like Medellín's recent history, and they've really changed the city since he was kicking about. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about that, I think. That was the final thing I did. I chilled out for one final day in Medellín, did very little, and that was a lot of fun as well. And then I flew up here. So overall, it was a really great last week, and I feel like, other than the fact it was actually, I've taken a flight now, it feels like a real bit of a line under the I've been in Colombia just over a month now. Tomorrow is the 2nd of October, which means, 2nd of May, which means it's 7 months since 2nd of October, so where has it gone? But yeah, overall, Colombia's still absolutely flying by. I'm up on the coast now, which is going to be really, I think, a beautiful few weeks. Yeah, and that's that. Final news, Traveller's 10. I'm up to 68, with 69 and 70 to come very shortly, I believe. So 680 tunes now. It's been a huge week for the Rolling Stones. 3 people on the spin put in a Stones tune, so they went from 4 tracks all the way up into the lead with 7, but only for a very brief minute, because Michael Jackson then burst up into 8 tracks. So Jacko is now out on top of the list with 8 songs out of the 680 belonging to him. Stones are behind with 7, and yeah, more flooding in. I love it. It's really interesting to see, like, you know, people like the Stones and Michael Jackson have got so many songs, but there's been like people that just you'd think would have loads instead of any. Like Chili Peppers have only got 1 song, Jimi Hendrix has only got 1 song, Bob Marley only 2. So, you know, I'm sure he was excited about this as I am. I love it. It's the best conversations to have with people, because once they start trying to think and work it out, it becomes a stressful thing. But anyway, as always, thanks for listening. Hope you're well. I'll leave you with a view of beautiful Playa Blanca, and yeah, hit me up with your messages anytime, and speak to you soon.